tried to do my hair all cute for you guys, but I just put it up in a ponytail. This is why I do makeup, not hair. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I know I say that I'm excited at the beginning of like all of my videos, but today I am so very excited because I finally have this in my possession. This is the PUR and RawBeautyKristi eyeshadow palette. This thing broke the internet. It broke PUR's website that they had to make a separate website just for this collection. So I could not get my hands on this the first time around when it launched, but I did get my hands on it for the restock and I just got it a few days ago in the mail. So I haven't even swatched it or anything yet. Not only did I get the palette, but I also got a pair of lashes that she created too. I got the Lovely style lashes and they look so beautiful. And what's really cool about this palette is that it's double-sided. So I had no idea what kind of look I wanted to do today because one side is more neutral and one side is more colorful. I could just show you, I guess. It opens kind of like this. So one side is more of the neutral side and then the other side is more of the colorful side. And they both have mirrors on either side, which is really great. But because I'm so excited by both sides of this, I knew I couldn't just do one eyeshadow look. So we're doing 2 eyeshadow looks using this palette. So if you're excited for this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell that lets you know every time that I upload. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It is at Aimee Lynn Beauty. I'm ready to get started, so let's go. All right, so for our first look, we are going to be using the more neutral side of the palette. And I don't really know what I'm going for yet, but these shades speak to me, so I'm sure we're gonna have a really great time. All right, so first I'm going to go into the shade Told You. So there is a little bit of kick up, but I don't really mind that. I'm going to put that in the crease. I don't think I'm going to do a crazy look with this side of the palette. I just kind of want to use it the way I would use it every day, or if it was like a going out kind of look. So far, these are blending so beautifully. I love this shade. These smell good. What do they smell like? I'm really just packing this color on because I love it. So. And if you don't watch Kristi, which you should because she's just amazing and wonderful, I just love her so much. She's one of my favorite YouTubers to watch. She's one where I get the notification and I have to go watch her video like right away. I love her so much. I really want to use that Camelot shade. I love mustard yellows. So I might, yeah, we're gonna take that on a more fluffy brush and kind of use it to blend out the edges of this. I want to use a lot of it, but I think that might be overwhelming. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of it. Yeah, there we go. Just to kind of give the outer edges a little bit more of like a yellowy kind of tint. Oh my god, it's so warm already. And since I just want to use like every single color in here, I'm gonna go ahead and mix my brush between Copper Boxes and B and put that just a little bit. Oh, that is very pigmented. Okay, I'm just kind of putting that in the outer portion of my eye and below where we put that first shade I Told You. I love playing with colorful eyeshadows. I love it so much, but sometimes, no, most of the times, this is what I love. I'm only getting like a little bit of fallout right here. Yeah, and it goes right away. I'm gonna go back into Told You and just kind of bring that shade a bit more back into the crease. I'm just gonna go back in with a brush with nothing on it and blend out the edges over here. So I got a little heavy-handed with some of the darker brown shadows, so I am just gonna go back into that Told You shade again and bring that back. Before finishing the top of the lids, I just want to go ahead and run the Told You shade underneath my lower lashes. And we're going to make this smoky. I think I'm going to use the Camelot shade to really blend it out so you can get that yellow on the lower lash line. I can tell that this is going to be a palette that I'm going to just grab whenever I need to do a quick look because these shades are so stunning. They're right up my alley. They're my favorites for any kind of like quick makeup look. But you can totally be a little bit more light-handed if you wanted to use it for daytime or rock this look during the daytime. You do you. I would wear this during the day. But it seems really versatile so far. And now I'm going to take the shade Camelot and use that to blend out my lower lash line. And I'm just going to kind of be real messy with this because I want it to be really smoky. And I want you to really see the yellow. And what I'm doing is just kind of angling it so it meets with the top part of the eyeshadow. Love that shade. Oh my god. Okay, now with a more tiny, denser brush, we're gonna use the shade You're Not My Real Dad because we had to use that shade. It's such a good shade name. But we're gonna go ahead and take that and just kind of press it right on the outer portion of my top lid, really close to the lash line. I'm also just gonna run it very closely to my lower lash line, only in the outer corner. Okay, now I'm just kind of re-intensifying any places that got kind of blended away or just a little bit lost. All right, I freaking love this already, and it's time to go in with the shimmer shade. I think for this look, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the shimmer on without any cut crease. I really just wanna like put a nice blended wash of the shimmer shade on. Let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna go in with the shade Golden Ticket. I think I'm first just gonna take it on my finger. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, it feels really soft. Oh. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my god. Okay, I am just gonna take a little brush, that way I can be a little bit more precise. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly blend it out into the rest of my eyelid. Now, it does apply best with your finger. Oh my god, it's so intense. And I'm just gonna take a brush and blend it. Okay, I went a little crazy with putting that shimmer shade like really far up in my crease. I'm just gonna go back into the shade Told You and put that back in the crease. Oh yeah, that looks good. See, I know like cut creases look really clean and precise, but sometimes I just like to put shimmer on there and blend it into the rest of the shadow. I feel like it looks just as nice as a cut crease, and it is easier. All right, just gonna do the other eye. Dude, this is how it's looking. Oh my god, it's so just warm and beautiful and smoky. I love this look so much. Only one thing left to do, and that is put on the lashes. So these are the lovely lashes, and they are, of course, cruelty-free and vegan. I think I may need to trim the ends of these lashes. They look a little bit long. Oh, and when I say trim lashes, I don't mean actually trim the lash hairs right there. I mean like trim a part of the lash this way so it fits my eye. This is probably too long for my eye, so if I just trim off a little bit on the end, it'll fit my eye better. And also, you always want to cut from the end. You don't want to cut from the inner part of the lashes. Okay, before I put the lashes on, I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I'm also going to tightline my eyes with some black eyeliner. This is the Sephora Collection pencil liner. And then I'm going to put on some mascara. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2. Okay, I trimmed off a little bit on the outer corners, and I'm just going to go ahead and use my Duo Lash Glue. Also, the band feels really bendy and thin on these, which is going to be good, hopefully. Okay, wow. Yep, these are absolutely lovely. Let me go ahead and put on the other lash, and then we'll do some finishing touches. Okay, these are so beautiful. They're huge. I didn't realize how big they were, but they are so beautiful. Is this side a little bit wonky? Maybe, but I still love them. It's nothing to do with the lashes and everything to do with my lash applying ability, so. But okay, these are absolutely beautiful. I love them so much. They're so like fluttery. Okay, so last thing we're gonna do to complete this look is just put on some lower lash mascara and then pick a lipstick. Okay, so I was thinking about my lip color, and of course we could always do a nude. A nude would look amazing with this eye look, but since I feel so like warm and fall vibes coming from this eye look, we're gonna do more of like a pumpkin-y, orangey brown shade. So I picked two options. I have Ofra Americano, and then I have this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Cowboy. I'm gonna try the L'Oreal one first. This is the shade Cowboy. Oh yeah, this lip color was the right choice. This is giving me, let's go to a socially distanced pumpkin patch and get some spiked apple cider. Anyone? All right, so this is the completed look using this side of the PUR RawBeautyKristi palette, and my review is amazing. I love how all these shades performed. I got to use all of them except for these three right here, but based on how the other shadows performed, I'm sure they're gonna be beautiful. I love it. I think everything blended beautifully. I love the finished outcome, and these lashes are amazing. I'm gonna be using the lashes in the tutorial for the other side of the palette as well, so stick around for that one. Now it's time for look number 2, and we are doing a voiceover for this one. It's a long story. Anyway, I was so excited to use this side of the palette. I immediately knew that I wanted to do a sunset eye look. Like, these colors just call for a sunset eye look, okay? Like those warm colors, the pink, just all of them. They're so pretty. So first I'm going into the shade Side Effect and just putting that in my crease. I want that to be the main focus kind of in the crease. I'm blending it all throughout. I'm kind of being messy with it because I know we're going to go in and do a cut crease later. I won't lie, I did kind of blend it up a little bit too high. We'll get there later. And I'm also kind of winging it out like you saw me do right there. Next, I'm going into the shade My Orange, but we are going to take that and use it to blend out the pink right there. Yeah, that's me realizing that I've already blended the pink up way too high. I just got so excited. It was just a really beautiful color. But these shades are blending really well together as well. I'm really loving them. All right, we're going back into the shade Side Effect because I just want to re-intensify that pink in the crease. I want the orange to be visible a bit higher, but I want the pink to really stand out closer to the crease. And now I'm just going to bring the pink down onto my lid too because we're going to do a cut crease. And next we're going into the shade Dandelion, which is this beautiful yellow, a mustardy yellow kind of color. It's so pretty. And I wanted to use that to blend out the orange. Yeah, I got really close to my eyebrow there. Oops. But I just wanted to use the yellow to kind of blend out the top of the look. I really love the kind of pink to orange to yellow there. Clearly this is not my best blending work. Went crazy on that pink, but it's fine. It's fine. It all comes together in the end. Trust the process. Now I'm grabbing the shade Lumos to kind of use to cut out my brow in a way. Not really. Like I just wanted to make sure there was more of a distinction between the shadow, where the shadow ends and where my brow is, if that makes sense. And then I just kind of blended that so it didn't look so stark. Just blending out some edges, of course. And okay, now we're going to take my Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to do a cut crease over my entire lid. So this is just me applying that concealer. I'm using a nice flat brush. I feel self-conscious of my technique here. I'm not a pro at cut creases. I am getting better with more practice, but I kind of like to stamp on the concealer like that so you can get more of a thin or a more precise line. Just take your time, just practice. And then I just filled in the rest of my lid, and I'm going to wing it out a little bit on the end. You'll see what I do later. Now I'm just going in and kind of making those lines more precise, kind of fine-tuning it. Now I'm going in with this beautiful shade called Cafe Disco. It is the shimmer on this side of the palette, and it is so stunning. Just kind of tapping that all over the lid where I put that concealer. This is going to be the entire cut crease space. Use my finger. I feel like it worked really well to get the pigment, but then I went in with a brush to kind of get closer to the line of the cut crease. I love this shade. It's like pink, pearly, multicolor kind of colors. It's so gorgeous. So I'm just being very precise there. I took a really tiny angled brush and I dipped it into the pink shade, and I'm kind of going along the edge of the cut crease to make it look more precise. So like if there were any areas where I got concealer where I didn't want to, I'm just using the pink to carve it out. And now, because that line looked a little too stark, I went in and blended out that pink shade. Like I said, I could have done much better blending in the crease, but we're just having fun. I like how it turned out anyway, so yeah, we're just going back in and blending, re-intensifying each of those colors. This look is just a lot of blending back and forth. Okay, so I'm just kind of blending out some of the edges, and now we're going to go into the shade Garden State. Oh my gosh, this shade is so beautiful, and I'm running it along my lower lash line. I wanted to try and get in as many of these colors as I could, and I really, really like how this greenish teal kind of color looked on my lower lash line. So I'm just blending that out. It kind of adds to the sunset effect. It's like the warm shades on top for the sunset, and then the more cool tone shades on the bottom. Maybe it's an ocean. Maybe the sunset is over an ocean, and it's so peaceful and beautiful. All right, let's, okay, back to the makeup. But yeah, I'm just running that along my lower lash line, blending it out. And then I went in with a little bit of the shade Hurtful. It's more of a deeper blue, and I'm just taking that on a thinner angled brush. I wanted that like right up close against my lashes just to give it some more definition. And then I went back into Garden State and blended it out again. Now I'm going back into the shade Dandelion. I'm taking a little bit. I wanted to see what it looked like. I didn't really like it that much. I was like, let's try and incorporate the yellow on the bottom. Wasn't sure how I was feeling, and I didn't like it. I did not like it at all. It just wasn't what I was going for. So I just went back in with Garden State and blended it out a little bit more. Next, I'm going in with my NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner. It's in the shade Vivid Violet. These can be kind of finicky sometimes, but since this is a darker color, I'm praying that it'll be okay. But first, I'm going to curl my lashes. And then I'm using my Sephora Collection liner to tightline my upper lash line. Then I'm going to use my liner to give a nice wing on my eyes. I was considering using the shade Tribute in the palette, the dark purple, as my eyeliner because obviously this is an eyeshadow palette review, not an eyeliner review, but I was worried that I couldn't get it as precise as I could if I used a liner, so since I had this, I just chose to use it, but you could totally use the shade Tribute in the palette as well. And this was actually working out pretty well. It did not crack or dry weird or anything like that. So the shade worked out really well. This is me concentrating to get my wing as perfect as I can. I really liked how it turned out, so we're doing another little dance. I just did my other eye off camera, and now I'm going to go back into the shade Garden State to blend out my lower lash line again. I wanted to bring this up underneath the wing. That way it just kind of meshed together a little bit better. So I'm blending out that area right there to make it look very cohesive. More blending, because that's what we do here. Okay, then I went back in with my tiny angled brush and cleaned up some areas on top of the cut crease. And now I'm going back in with the shade Cafe Disco. So beautiful, and I'm using that to highlight my inner corners. Now I'm just going to use a quick coat of my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 mascara. All right, now it's time to go in with lashes. Again, these are the PUR RawBeautyKristi Lovely Lashes. They're just so stunning. And I did them off camera because you saw me apply them earlier, just using my same mascara to apply on my lower lashes. Here's a close-up of my eyes. I was so pleasantly surprised with this look. I was very happy with how it turned out. Okay, and then for lips, I went in with my Makeup Forever liquid lipstick in the shade 101. This is just such a great nude color. I really love this. And I liked it, but then I wanted some gloss, so I went in with my Tarte Sugar Rush Lip Oil. I don't know if that's the exact name. I'll put it on the screen, but it's what I had closest to me. I really like it, and it did add some shine, and this is the complete look. I am so happy with how this turned out. I can't wait to play with this palette some more. I'm so impressed with the quality of it. All of these shades blended beautifully. Yeah, I'm very passionate about it. I love it so much. So I really hope you guys like this look as well, because I had so much fun doing it. All right, so that completes this video. That was me doing 2 looks using the PUR and RawBeautyKristi palette. Guys, I love this palette. It's so good, and I cannot wait to keep using it. It's so versatile. I'm so happy to have it in my hands. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I also really appreciate anyone who takes the time to comment on my videos. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. We want people to see my videos, so by you commenting, liking it, sharing, anything like that, that does help me out a lot. So I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!